Hey guys, what's up? Hey, it's Daddy. It is March 7th, 2020. I think it's been, 2 years since I've done some kind of log of kind of giving you guys an update of what I'm feeling and kind of what I'm going through as you watching you guys grow up. And so I am currently sitting here, and you guys have gone down to visit Mimi and Granddad, and I figured, what better time to record something like this because I'm kind of weird about recording in front of everybody else. So, open up a little bit more. Usually when I'm by myself about my thoughts about things. So at least, until your mom comes in a situation and then we have all kinds of fun discussions. um, but once again, guys, the purpose of all of my videos are to know, for you guys to know that I love you guys. No matter what you're going through right now, no matter what any issues we may have in the future or currently, or your thought process too, as well as that, I always love you guys. I I always watch these movies, and I watch these entertainments, and I see these things where you have these last moments that people have with each other. And I don't know if I'm going to have a last moment with you guys. I don't know, of course, when the good Lord's going to call me home, or when the Lord's going to call you guys home too as well. But I don't want to wait to the last moment to say things I should have, or look back at last moments and realize, like, I did with my father, that my last words to him were meaningless. There was nothing to it. And I never get to spoke to him again. And I don't want the same thing for you guys. I want, as you guys to get older and you guys watch these things, I want you to understand, to cherish the time you have now, to cherish the moments you have, and don't worry about things and what you're going to say. Now, I understand when it comes to telling your family you love them and speaking to them, that's, I definitely stress that too as well. That is, please get it out there. If you have, don't hesitate to hold back your feelings about someone, if done in the right motives. So too as well. Now the same process also flips over to the gospel too as well, and kind of like, why wait a second or wait till maybe something else happens or you get stronger in your knowledge of the Lord before you start telling people about Jesus Christ and, him being your Savior. I, of course, hope that the best for all five of you. I hope all five of you come to know the Lord and love him with all of your heart and all your mind and all your soul. That would be the greatest gift you can give your mom and I. I don't care anything else in this world. You could buy us countries and houses and boats, and the greatest gift to both of your mom and I would be the simple fact of is that we see every single one of you come to know Christ and to love him and to cherish him and to want to just openly serve him. And so now that's going to get tougher. That's going to get tougher in the country we live in the days as you guys grow up. You're going to see a lot more worse stuff than I saw. And of course, a lot worse stuff than what Mimi and Granddad saw as they were growing up in their faith too as well. But I want to let you guys know is that we serve a bigger God. We serve a stronger God who can help us through all that, who can hopefully is showing you where the areas you're sinful, and that through his help you are, being strong through it. And one of those areas is going to be telling people about Christ. Cherish the time that you have with them, but also remember to cherish the opportunity to tell people the truth about Jesus. Now, this is where my weak point comes in. I actually have a lot of weak points. I tell you guys all growing up, Daddy's the strongest, fastest, smartest person. Well, no, Mommy's the smartest person, I'm the second smartest person, but I have my own areas that I struggle with. And as you guys grow older, and I'll share these things with you when I think you're ready for them too as well, but Daddy's always struggled with what people thought of him and self-control in some areas. And I'm talking reference to the opposite sex and, of course, to food. You guys probably know that I love eating food. Good Lord, it may be big and had a decent metabolism, so I'm not 400 pounds, but, he's blessed me with a lot. So But you're going to have struggles to a lot of areas in life. You're not going to be immune to issues. You're not going to be immune to sin trying to come into your hearts. And so I want you guys to be strong there. Come to know the Lord. Grow in your faith in Him. Grow in your love for Him. And then His love will grow in you, which in turn will then grow your faith more in Him and your love in Him. And that's how you combat all these issues. When you get to the point of realizing what Jesus actually did for you, what He sacrificed for you, that is going to put you over the hump to get you to start telling people about Christ. I'll tell you probably what we know, that why He died for you and what it meant to as well. So this, like I said, you guys are going to have struggles. You're going to have problems. Don't try to do it on your own. That's another problem today too as well, is I don't have a lot of people that I can go to and tell these things. So don't do it on yourself. Come back and trust your brothers. Trust your brothers to help. If I'm still here, come and ask me for help, and we can work on it together. If I'm gone and your brother's not around too as well, find some good men in the church that you can latch on to and help grow them as they help grow you. And you guys can take that hill like they talk in war. Take that mountain, take that machine gun nest, and knock it down and defeat it. So don't try to be a hero and do all this stuff by yourself, because you're just not going to be strong enough, guys. It's just not going to happen too. So but like I said, I watch all these movies and I watch all these scenes, and I'm going, it's funny too as well. Daddy just says this morning, you guys were gone, I was watching this movie Everest. It's about the 1996 crew that went up to try to summit Mount Everest, and you had some guys in there who were there for safety and just kind of helping the guys, but you had some guys who were there to truly conquer the mountain and to say that they've done it. And so it was kind of like, became like a brotherhood kind of thing. But at the end, the guy who was like try to make sure everybody gets down, he gets trapped up there, and he has to have a really uncomfortable conversation with his wife, knowing that he's not going to be able to make it off of that mountain alive. And his wife understands it too as well, and of course she's pregnant. But they spend that moment reaffirming their love for each other, and that and not taking the chance, or not missing the chance to just say what they want to say. And then my other great moment that I have for that too as well, and I'm kind of dialing down in my seriousness here too as well, is at the end of Avengers Endgame. So you guys are growing up in this time period where movies are movies too as well. But I have had the pleasure of seeing the Marvel Universe come into existence, starting with Iron Man, coming all the way to Captain America, to Thor, and the Hulk, and this Marvel just in the movies wove this fantastic story for us, and it all came to end last summer of 2019, or was it 2019, with Avengers Endgame. It was all the Avengers versus Thanos. As you guys read in comic books, and as you guys get older, of course, we'll watch the movies together. Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet and is trying to kills half the population, so the Avengers have to figure out a way to get back. So it all ends. It all comes to this big battle for the final supremacy, good versus evil, which is a fantastic storyline of mine. Any movie I'm watching, because I'm actually currently also watching, as you guys are going, I'm watching The Hobbit, which is a continuation of Lord of the Rings, which is by far my favorite movies ever in cinematic history for me personally. But anyways, so we're on this battlefield. Thanos is trying to defeat the good guys, and here comes Iron Man, Tony Stark, and he saves the day. But the process of him saving the day, he actually sacrifices his life. So as he is dying, his best friend, Roddy, it's not, is it Rowdy? Man, I can't remember too as well. It's Warhammer, comes down and sees that he's dying. And then Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man, comes in, who has been like a father figure, where Peter's been like, Iron Man's been like a father figure to Peter. And Peter's very sad about this. But then here comes Pepper Potts, who's actually Iron Man's wife. And they had a kid together too as well. And Pepper sees the writing on the wall that Tony's not going to make it, and Iron Man's not going to live through this too as well. And here's what she has to say. She tells Tony, hey, it's okay. We're going to be all right. You just get your rest. And I think that's one of the best lines in all cinematic history, because as men, we've been made as protectors, that we've been keeping we keep our family safe, we protect our family, and then we provide for our family. And so when we can't do one of those things, we kind of start to lose, how the manhood that God gave us to as well. And she just kind of came in and told Tony, it's okay. Me and your daughter will be all right. Don't you worry. Don't you, start thinking about these things and regretting that you didn't do enough. But to let her know that, let him know that we're going to be all right, and that it's okay for him to let go. And that's the same thing that's going to probably go through my mind as I go to the Lord. Of course, I'm going to be like, I'm really going to be hopefully excited that I'm going to be able to spend eternity with Jesus, because the very first thing I'm going to do to him, and I'm hoping he's okay. Yeah, I know he's going to be okay. Is I'm going to get him a big old hug, and I'm going to probably cry in his arms, and I'm going to love him for it. And I'm going to, I'm just going to so much cherish that moment where I can just hug and cry with him. But not a cry of sadness, but a cry of happiness and joy. But also that too as well, I'm going to be hopefully telling myself, please, Lord, take care of my family. Did I do enough to take care of my family? And I just want to be at ease, that knowing that the God's going to take care of my family, and that mom's going to come up to me and go, it's okay. You can rest. We'll be okay. And so I know death is always going to be a sad thing. Nothing wrong with grieving and with people and being sad when they're dying, but knowing, especially if you're a Christian, there's a joy that's going to be that they are going to be with Jesus, because that's what Jesus wants. Jesus wants us to be with him. So, sorry that kind of spun off all of my greatest moments in movies too as well. But that's definitely one of them. And, but yeah, it's, not saying we should base our spiritualness off movies, but some movies do a great job of reminding you, even though God's word should be the reminder too as well, that to get back into his word and to look forward to the glory of serving him and being in his presence one day. So too as well. But the only thing else I wanted to talk about with is that we just came off a pretty good football season at Titus and Lincoln. I'm talking about, so if here's the minimum level of sports that we have right here too as well. And here comes in Titus this year. Titus took like this gigantic leap in his interest in football and watching it. And then Lincoln took a little bit of a leap. And then here's James Henry. And of course here's Tad and Clark down here, probably even below that. They could really care less about the actual sports. But Titus and Lincoln, especially Titus, you guys took a huge jump in your interest in especially football, and that was a joy for me. It was also tough because I had to. I'm going to have to probably teach you guys that we enjoy watching sports, but we can't idolize sports. We can't idolize, especially the athletes of today. There's just not a lot of them that we can look up to as Christ-like examples. So, but it was fun to be able to sit with you guys and watch it and explain the game to Titus, and to, even our team that went to the Super Bowl and we fell short of, whatever. We don't need to rehash that too as well. But it was a fun sports time to be a part of, and I'm hoping you guys take the same one for basketball. But Daddy's not a huge basketball fan too as well, or baseball, so I can't imagine it would as much. But I would love for you guys to play basketball. I need to get in the habit of play. You guys would love for you guys to, of course, play soccer, and if you guys want to, try to play football. I mean, pad football is pretty fun overall if done right and done smartly. So, but anyways, yeah, sports-wise too as well. It's another good area to learn and to teach yourself, and to be able to be reminded of the ability that God's given you to play, and that it's an opportunity to be able to be examples to others, and then just to show, an example of just being like Christ out there in the field. So that's fun. Daddy just got done with basketball reffing for the year. It was probably the toughest season for basketball. I got a lot of games. I spent a lot of time away, but it helped us out financially, so I can't really look down at it. But now I'm kind of going into off season where I could maybe spend time with you guys and spend more time with Mama, and focus more on the fun things we got this upcoming year, like going to see a Creation Museum, and to finally going to the the Wolf Lodge place, Big Bad Wolf or Great Wolf Lodge, whatever it's called, and be able to enjoy that. And also going to go see my family, and at least Nana's family out in Kansas. We'll be able to do that, so we'll get to spend more time together before Refuge starts back up in September for football. So, but that's it, guys. Just want to kind of give it. I really need to get a better habit of doing this more, but I just got to find time and opportunity where I'm by myself to do it. And so, once again, guys, I'm hoping you guys find these videos one day and enjoy them, and so are able to look a little bit further into me, as and to know who I am and what I ask and what I can talk to you guys about. So that's pretty much it. I love you guys. Like I said, I'll always love you guys. Don't worry. I'm hoping to find a way to show you guys these videos as you get older, or once I'm gone, you guys can have something to come back to and just remind me and remember me and things like that, since your mom and I aren't going to live forever, so nobody is. So I love you guys. I will talk to you guys later.